What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, and with the ban list, obviously Skullcrobat Joker, I think I'm saying that right, came off of it, and I thought I would see, what's up with the Pendulum deck. I did it not too long ago, but it actually was quite a bit of time. Thought I'd check in, report back. Does it make a difference being back from the ban list, even if it's just at one? And yeah, I think I'll say yes. Also, I wanted to say, as you can see here, I am playing on the new simulator that's out right now, which is Omega. And wow, yeah, I've just had a lot of issues with it. I think it's fine, like as a simulator, but as a content creator, it's awful. Like there's some issues with OBS and all that good stuff. But nonetheless, and also the replays go so fast, as you can see here. So this will probably be like a short video. I have quite a bit of replays to show you. When my end board is done, I will at least show you like the product here. Okay, so here we go. I have two negates with Appaloosa, not bad, right? An Omni negate, a spell negate, and this new card that I have not really shown with pendulums just quite yet, I don't think. And that's a time pendulum graph. This card is absolutely insane. So if you activated a pendulum call during your turn, this lets you destroy one of your opponent's card. Your scale is not destroyed. It also lets you send a card. That's pretty bananas in my book. So let's see if my opponent's able to do anything. Looks like he's playing Altergeist. I'll go ahead and negate there. And then here you go. Boom. Both of his cards just gone. That's pretty nuts. I'm still getting used to all of these, like the resizing. I'm never going to use this probably again for replays. But nonetheless, I've been working on this video all day, and I wanted to show it. Yeah, Altergeist Multi-Faker is only, when it's special summoned, so no good there. Here is Evil Twins. Again, another really good opening, actually. This is kind of insane. And again, the point is trying to get like their hand traps out of the way. So I used one there. This was a mistake, obviously. I saved this replay just for that. There's really no point in me using Duelist Alliance there because I just didn't need it. I should have, instead of having two more pendulums available, I only had one. So that's a big mistake. But I do think I'm able to end up on a half decent board if you can possibly keep up with what's going on here. I'm sure there's ways to change the setting, but nonetheless. I was hoping to maybe like add another extender or another negate, which I would have if I played my hand correctly, right? Here's Evil Twins. I'll go ahead and negate there. So even through my mess up, I actually had enough disruption, to mess with them there. And I'll attack directly, no plays because I drew the Allure of Darkness. Don't really want to go into it blind. I don't think that's really going to help me. And I still have both of my negates online, which is pretty nice, right? And this looks like there's a random duel. Again, Skullcrobat Joker. Very cool. We'll see if it comes in handy. A Lightsworn. I don't think he actually makes any plays. It's funny, I'm kind of surprised that this deck hasn't received any like new support in a really long time. I feel like it could be pretty decent in today's kind of landscape. I know a lot of people use it as like a graveyard resource sometimes. I played Infernoids today and they did exactly that. Foolish Burial's going to come down and goes into Boral Sword Dragon. Alright. Do what you got to do, I suppose. And looks like I'll probably normal summon the Skullcrobat Joker. So I have just basically anything I could ever possibly need. I'm going to pen summon for a bunch of them. Actually too much to a certain extent because I don't even think I use the effect of the Pendulum Magician. If I could get this to work. The one that special summons from the deck, right? Okay, here we go. And I go into a Boral Sword of my own, and that's just enough for lethal. I really like Boral Sword in this deck, actually, instead of Access Code Talker. Because part of the issue, as silly as it seems, is assembling lethal. Here, looks like I'm playing Red Eyes. Decent enough board as well. And I get a free special summon here. I'll probably go into the Crystal Needle Fiber to hopefully say he has an Ash Blossom, or not hopefully, I would have loved for it to go through. But it was bait because I definitely need my Pendulum Call to go through. I can't go neg 2. That would really be the end of my plays. So he probably thought I was done. That is not the case. So through the Ash, I'm getting a 4 negate Appaloosa and a Borreload Savage Dragon. So pretty neat stuff. It goes for the Crackdown, the double Crackdown, and I'm totally fine, right? I have both of my scales still. I'm going to be able to pendulum summon a bunch of monsters. I probably go into Meteor Burst to special summon the Dragon Pit. To go into the Unicorn. Unicorn is shuffle back the Crackdown. So I get my Borreload Savage Dragon back. And boom, just like that. That is lethal. Here's looks like I'm playing another duel against Red Eyes. The worst thing about this deck is that it unfortunately has a horrible matchup against Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So what are you going to do there? Yeah, I draw into all of my Curtain Raisers. So even through that, I am getting the Skullcrobat Joker. And I go ahead and go into the Meteor Burst. I think I'm able to end on essentially the same board. I wanted to show this to you because it's like, wow, this is super untraditional. But even then, through here, I'm going to go through the Dawn Dragster. So 2 negates plus Phantom Knight's Fogblade. Don't exactly have that anymore, but I use the Time Pendulum graph now. That's the only difference. But he obviously had nothing to combat it. Here is Sky Strikers. I have no idea what this guy has in his hand. Again, just another strange part of Omega. Just really wants you to blow through these replays. But there we go. I can go ahead and probably use Allure, I'm guessing, to see if I can get into like Duelist Alliance or something like that. Unfortunately, I didn't. But Pendulum Summoning is still super good to get 5 monsters out on the board. I don't just quite yet have what I need to like Meteor Burst to go into the Odd Eyes Vortex, but that's okay. He's going to try to use Hayate effect. I'll go ahead and negate that. Plus, this is a really good card against Sky Strikers in case he did have a Widow Anchor. He's not going to be able to get into, anything that he wants. I can add this back to my hand, Pendulum Summon for 3, which turns into 4, and he goes ahead and negates there. And last duel is going to be against Time Thieves. This is actually a really good hand, right? To a certain extent, it may not look great, but oh wow, top deck of the Harmonizing Magician is really great. So I get the free special summon there. I can get that to my hand. I can activate maybe one of the scales. Actually, yeah, I would rather see if I can get a scale here. Krishan Needlefiber is going to come down. He only has one chance to bounce something back to my hand, and he waits a really long time, and I don't know why. There's Duelist Alliance, and I can still use Chronograph Sorcerer, even after Pendulum Call, because it is not a Pendulum Magician. It is completely different. So I can complete my scales there, add that back to my hand, Pendulum Summon a bunch of cards, and I think I even go into like Vortex traditionally, which is a little, different. I'm going to attempt to bounce it back. He's going to try to now use the effect to bounce it because he has a trap card. I will, of course, negate with Odd Eyes Vortex immediately, creating a 4-chain, which is pretty interesting. And Borreload Savage Dragon can come down, and he surrenders because then I could have gone into a Borreload Savage, not Savage Dragon, Borrel Sword Dragon, and that definitely would have been the end of the game. So, sorry for the little bit of the untraditional replay system. I thought I would try to be hip and cool. Didn't work out, but hopefully you guys saw a good look at Pendulum Magicians. A lot of great stuff coming out this week. I got Miscellaneous Monday, Cartoon Tuesday, and Tattoo Thursday. So we're back in the booth. We're going to get that stuff out to you guys, and of course more Yu-Gi-Oh content to come, including a new deck profile for this. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.